What is up, everybody? It's Revv time. Today I want to talk about the fact that I didn't wear a hairband. I want to talk about how I would dial in the D25 if all I really had was this guitar and this amplifier. And the sound I'm on right now is, I really dig it. Because it breaks up a little bit. It works great for kind of that that kind of American, Tom Petty, like rock and roll breakup, but it's still, back humbucker. If I go to a neck, it's still nice and chimey. So to me, that's like a really nice kind of in between, but how did I arrive there? And by in between, it'll clean up enough, but it'll also bark if you really hit it. Let me just go ahead and put all the controls to noon. And yeah, I am running direct via the XLR out using the 2 notes embedded hardware and software. The cabinet you're hearing is the 4x12 with a Royer 57 combination. So if I put this thing, I'll leave the volume where it was, but everything else is essentially, well, it's not, it is, it's, everything's, well, the reason I'm saying essentially is because it's not really neutral. Everything's a noon. So that actually sounds really nice too, but I want it to break up a little more. So with this circuit, the way it's designed, if I add more gain, I will start getting that breakup, but it's also making everything fatter in the low end. So the first thing I want to do is roll out lows. So to me, that's already getting there. Now I do want some more top end, so maybe I'll roll the treble to there. Maybe some lows, more lows out, maybe a little more treble. To me, that sounds great, but that's how I arrived at that sound. Now, if I dime it, make sure I don't destroy the front end of my DAW. Now we're good. If I dime it, and by the way, this is without the gain boost. So with this all the way up, even add a little more volume, I've got room. It stays tight. It doesn't fall apart on me, but it's also because I know what to do with the low end on this type of circuit. If I turn the mids all the way up now, now I'm getting a little more saturation. If I want that even tighter like that, there's like a clarity there along with that kind of top end sizzle that I really dig, that honestly fits in a track. I know I'm playing just kind of generic Americana style stuff, but that's one way that I would dial this amp, especially in a session, especially if I had no pedals. I just have the guitar and the amp. I obviously don't have a tuner. That's why I'm playing out of tune. The other thing to keep in mind with this amp is, it kind of circling back to what I was talking about with this gain control is, if you want the amp to be chimier, then run the gain at the input softer and turn up the output volume to match. Now the amp is quite a bit more glassy. Because the way I look at this amp is everything on it is a tone control. So that's a really sweet tone, but if you want it to be fatter without touching anything, you can roll the volume up a little bit. it's still pretty clean, but now it's way fatter in the low end. So it's really dialable there. So that's one of the things I would do. You can definitely get more gain out of this. No, in my opinion, it doesn't chug or gent. It will with a G3 or G4 in front of it. I'll leave that up to maybe Sammy to demonstrate that, because I'm delicate and bruise easily. But it's really not designed, you know, to do that, but you can get some more gain out of it. So I'm going to turn on the boost now. I'm going to turn my output down just a little bit so I don't overdrive my preamp. Yeah, we're looking good. So, oh, and you're hearing reverb off the amp and just a little bit of delay that's in the television set. That already sounds great. I kind of don't want to mess with it. But say, you know, I needed more gain for the session. So I'll start turning that up. So same thing, because I've turned that up, now we've got more low end. So the first thing I'm going to do is roll the bass down and see where I landed. About right there. I think it sounds good. I'm going to add some treble. Maybe just a little more mids. I want some more top. So even with everything dimed now, I shouldn't say everything's dimed, but the gain's almost all the way up. I just added some more treble. We're keeping the bass under control. Mids are a little bit past noon. And that's actually a pretty cool solo tone. Guitar off now, it still stays nice and chimey. Yeah, so I just wanted to, kind of give you my perspective on how I dial, not just this amp, but a lot of amps when I just have the guitar and the head, or just the guitar and the combo and nothing else. How much tonal variety can I drag out of just those two pieces? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. How do you guys dial amps? I think this bass thing that I've been talking about, I think a lot of guitar players can be a bit remiss when it comes to the bass. What they'll do is they'll just dime the treble, and it's a little bit more toppy, but things are flubby, and they can't, And I think that perspective is, and you guys tell me what you think about that too, is a lot of guitar players will dial with their eyes, not with their ears. So for me, I've just learned over the years, like, get the sound. Don't worry about how it looks. If something is dreadfully wrong, then you'll know, but otherwise just dial it in until it sounds great. Don't worry about how the dials or controls or switches end up looking. So yeah, let me know you guys' perspective on that. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.